Welcome back to our empowering space where we explore the profound truths of personal growth. Today's episode is much more in-depth. That's because we're diving into a concept that's both fascinating and transformative: how our thoughts actually become things and shape our reality. This isn't about mystical or coaching jargon or relentless hustle. It's about understanding the neuroscience-backed process of reprogramming our thought process. And it's all tied into positive intelligence, a framework that can help you unlock a whole new level of potentiality and effortless creation. Let's start by acknowledging a common misconception. Many people believe that to change something in their lives, they need to strategize a plan and work their way to a result. But this approach is fundamentally flawed. Creation is more organic, effortless, and naturally flowing than we often believe. It's about aligning with the reality of life, not contriving a plan. So how do we re-engineer our reality? It begins with understanding two interconnected mechanisms: the internal and external mechanisms of transforming our thoughts into tangible reality. The internal mechanism rests on the cornerstone of behavioral psychology. Our childhood beliefs profoundly influence our current thoughts, which give birth to emotions, guiding our actions and defining our results. This self-reinforcing cycle shapes our reality. Whether it's beliefs about money, relationships, or self-worth, our thoughts, feelings, and emotions are the skilled craftsmen that mold the contours of our lives. But there's also an external mechanism at play. Our brain emits a unique vibration that resonates with the universe, influencing the thoughts and emotions of others and reinforcing our original belief. Modern quantum science reveals that our reality is fundamentally vibrational and energetic. Our senses convert this energy into a physical form we can comprehend, but it's our thoughts and beliefs that interact with this universal energy soup, shaping our lives. Now here's where positive intelligence comes into play. It's about recognizing and releasing resistance. Whether it's limiting beliefs, resentments, the core program, or the belief of not being good enough, these resistances act as barriers to our personal development. By understanding and addressing each one, we can break down these barriers and usher in profound personal growth and transformation. The most powerful equation for creating the life you want is this: desire plus non-resistance = desired outcome. It's about fostering a desire free from resistance, which motivates intelligent action, inevitably manifesting the desired outcome over time. It's not about passivity or inaction. It's about alignment, inspiration, and flow. Now let's delve deeper into the concept of how thoughts become things and how we create our reality. This is a complex truth of personal growth that often confuses many. While the idea that thoughts become things sounds great, it often comes from sources that may not be the best role models. They may talk the talk, but not walk it. If you've ever desired to truly embrace your innate powerful creator, to align the reality of your life with your dreams and aspirations, and to root these changes in your thoughts, then this conversation will take the complexity out of this woo-woo idea and simplify things in a practical, grounded, neuroscience-backed way. This conversation isn't about a relentless hustle, it's about intentionally yet subtly reprogramming your thought process. It's about realizing there's a single habit that we are all guilty of, a habit that, if eliminated, can unlock a whole new level of potentiality and effortless creation. If you're ready to change your life without grinding yourself down, stick with me to discover the transformative power of thought and how to use it to change your life. Where most people get stuck in transformation. If you can truly comprehend that the key to creating any transformation in your life is a changed mindset, then you are adhering to an intelligent rulebook, the one that mirrors the actual functioning of life and reality. The problem is that, quite often when people aspire to change something in their lives, they believe they need to strategize a plan and work their way to a result. Whether it's earning more, overcoming health or emotional challenges, enhancing relationships, boosting their business, or gaining clarity about their purpose or spiritual vision, most tend to think, I need to figure out how to do this. But herein lies the paradox. This approach is fundamentally flawed. It's not your job to work out everything. The figuring out part is a natural, mechanical, mathematical consequence of operating in alignment, in the state of flow. Striving to contrive a plan is essentially operating backward. It's crucial to understand that the process of creation is more organic, effortless, and naturally flowing than we often believe. The internal mechanism of re-engineering your reality. It's important to understand that in order to transform our thoughts into a tangible reality, there are two distinct but interconnected mechanisms at play. Let's first explore the internal mechanism and dissect how our inner thoughts play such a major role in how we experience our lives. This mechanism rests on the cornerstone of behavioral psychology and within a framework we call the five primary drivers. The idea is simple: that the beliefs formed in the impressionable days of our childhood profoundly influence our current thoughts. These thoughts, in turn, give birth to a spectrum of emotions, which serve as a compass for our actions. The actions we take or abstain from define the results we achieve, and these outcomes either refute or reinforce our initial beliefs. Imagine our beliefs about money. Generally, these beliefs are the offspring of our early experiences. If a person grew up internalizing that money is hard to make, this belief becomes a key influencer in their adult thought patterns. Consequently, these thoughts generate feelings of financial stress, pressure, and instability. These emotions then motivate actions that are consistent with the belief that making money is a difficult pursuit. Ultimately, these actions yield outcomes that substantiate the original belief, creating a reinforcing loop. This paradigm isn't exclusive to our financial beliefs. It extends its reach to all corners of our lives, including relationships. If a child witnesses relationships fraught with distrust, they may grow up harboring thoughts that people can't be trusted. These thoughts incite emotions, which guide their actions in relationships, thus reinforcing the initial belief. This self-reinforcing cycle, aka a psychocybernetic loop, encapsulates the transformative power of our beliefs in governing our thoughts, feelings, actions, and ultimately, our reality. As wisdom bearers like Henry Ford and Buddha eloquently suggest, the beliefs and thoughts you nurture have a pivotal role in shaping your life. This isn't mystical jargon or esoteric philosophy, but a fundamental psychological tenet. Your beliefs, thoughts, and emotions are the skilled craftsmen that shape and mold the contours of your reality. The other side of the equation, the external mechanism. The concept of the external mechanism explains how our beliefs and thoughts resonate with the universe and manipulate our reality through synchronicities and coincidences. Essentially, our brain hardwires these beliefs, such as money is hard to make or relationships never work out. While these beliefs seem unshakable, thanks to our brain's neuroplasticity, we can overwrite and transform these ingrained narratives to alter our future reality. In essence, when you entertain specific thoughts, your brain sparks up, much like a light bulb turning on, and emits a unique vibration that matches those thoughts. This vibration, in turn, creates emotional responses, further enhancing the frequency of this vibration. This resonation then permeates reality, subtly influencing the thoughts and emotions of others, and reinforcing the original belief. Delving deeper into the nature of reality, we can see that it's fundamentally vibrational and energetic, rather than strictly material. Everything we perceive in the physical world, from the chair you're sitting in to the device you're using to read this, is comprised of atoms. Yet atoms themselves are almost entirely space, signifying that our physical reality is constructed from almost nothing. Modern quantum science now observes that even the minute physical components of an atom, the nucleus, neutrons, protons, and electrons, are not entirely solid. They exhibit the potential to be solid, thus revealing the essence of our reality as energetic rather than physical. But as humans, we've developed 5 senses that interpret this energetic reality as a physical one. The device you're using doesn't physically exist in the way you perceive it, but your senses convert the energy it emits into a physical form you can comprehend. Albert Einstein encapsulated this concept when he said, "Reality is an illusion, albeit a persistent one." Thus, we're living in a matrix-like world where the vibration we emit based on our thoughts, feelings, and early formed beliefs interact with the universal energy soup. Hopefully you're still with me. I know this can be some trippy stuff, but I find it incredibly fascinating and paramount to understanding how and why we think the way we do, and how that reflects our personal reality. This interactive process allows life to organize collective components and present experiences that corroborate the original belief. Therefore, this external mechanism cooperates with the internal one, translating your thoughts into tangible things and experiences. It's a form of co-creation, shaping what we call your life. This is the crux of how thoughts become things. The most powerful equation for creating the life you want. At this point, let's revisit a most powerful equation that's at the core of creating anything you want in life, fulfilling your every desire and letting go of experiences and circumstances you no longer wish to experience. What is it? It's this: desire plus non-resistance = desired outcome. When you have a distinct desire, such as wanting to generate more wealth, and you hold no internal resistance towards it, meaning you're free from constraining beliefs about money or your ability to create it, an intriguing process commences. Both the internal and external gears of reality formation start to rotate in synchronicity to actualize your desired outcome. The magic of this equation resides in its automatic function. The inherent intelligence within you comes into action, generating thoughts closely associated with the realization of your desire. Consequently, these thoughts stimulate a whirlwind of emotions that, in turn, drive smart, aligned actions aligned inevitably, materializing your desire into your personal experience over time. Which brings us back to where so many people get stuck. Remember, your primary role in this journey isn't about meticulously strategizing how to accomplish your desires. Instead, it's about recognizing any resistance you might have towards your desires and consciously releasing it. This approach paves the way for the natural mechanism inside you to operate unhindered. It results in the production of thoughts, emotions, and actions that automatically navigate you toward your desired outcome. It's a prevalent error in our society to believe that a person needs to expend energy trying to solve how to attain specific results or transform prevailing systems. The better strategy is to maintain an unwavering desire, free from any resistance. Adopting this perspective allows our intrinsic intelligence to unravel the appropriate pathway through a series of thoughts, ideas, emotions, and perceptions. This is the internal mechanism at play, but parallel to this, there is an equally crucial external function happening. As your desire fuels your thoughts and emotions, the neural networks in your brain illuminate with a specific vibration. This vibration, you as an electromechanical being, emit into the universe. This vibrant reality reciprocates by arranging the cooperative components of your surroundings to converge and assist you toward achieving your desired result. Implementing this formula aids us in tapping into our zone or finding our flow, a state of being where actions emanate from inspiration and alignment rather than hard hustle and grind. It's essential to clarify that this approach is not about passivity or inaction. It's not about hoping for the desired outcome to materialize magically. It's about fostering a desire, free from resistance, which motivates intelligent action, inevitably manifesting the desired outcome over time. It's a process that guarantees the fulfillment of any desire, whether personal or collective. In short, desire plus non-resistance equals the desired result, irrespective of what the desire might be. The next step: addressing and releasing your resistance. In the quest for personal development and growth, there are certain resistances we all face. These are internal barriers that obstruct our path to achieving our desires and ambitions. Here, we will examine 4 specific types of resistance: limiting beliefs, resentments, the core program, and the fundamental belief of not being good enough. Limiting beliefs. The first resistance manifests as limiting beliefs, forms of thought that are misaligned with the outcomes we desire in life. These are the self-imposed constraints and misconceptions that hinder our progress. Whether it's believing that making money is difficult, feeling destined to be alone, or thinking that you can't overcome a health challenge, these limiting beliefs act as self-sabotaging mechanisms. They distort our reality and influence our internal and external responses, thus impacting the outcomes in our life. Resentments. The second form of resistance is characterized by resentments, which act as anchors, locking in our limiting beliefs. Often, our beliefs, including limiting ones, are developed in relation to others. They arise from interactions, lessons, and experiences with them. Consequently, we may hold on to resentments towards individuals, with whom we associate certain limiting beliefs. This resentment acts as a cord binding us to the limiting belief and obstructing its transformation. By identifying and forgiving these resentments, we can sever these cords, enabling us to move beyond these deep-rooted limiting beliefs. The core program. The third form of resistance is what we call the core program. This can be considered as a super-limiting belief, a culmination of our thoughts, emotions, and core beliefs that shape our personality and modulate our reactions to various life events. Stemming from a combination of our parents' core programs and personal experiences, the core program becomes a fundamental part of our identity. Yet, as we age, we often reach a point where we are ready to transform this core program, to let go of these deep-seated beliefs and patterns. The belief of not being good enough. The final resistance is the pervasive belief that we aren't good enough. Built into our ancient survival mechanisms, this resistance stems from the fear of isolation and the instinctual drive to belong. It perpetuates self-comparison, self-judgment, and a relentless inner critic that constantly evaluates whether we are doing enough or are good enough to warrant love and survival. This belief causes us to seek validation and approval from others, outsourcing our self-esteem and self-love. Each of these resistances acts as a barrier to our personal development, holding us back from reaching our full potential. But by understanding and addressing each one, we can work towards dropping these resistances. First, we confront our limiting beliefs, replacing them with empowering thoughts that align with our goals. Next, we learn to forgive our resentments, breaking their hold over our limiting beliefs. We then address our core program, seeking to understand and transform these ingrained patterns. Lastly, we actively practice self-love and self-esteem, breaking free from the belief that we aren't good enough. Through this comprehensive process, we can successfully break down the barriers within ourselves and usher in an era of profound personal growth and transformation. Understanding these resistances is the first step towards overcoming them and ultimately reaching a life that is in line with our deepest desires and ambitions. Wrapping up. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. The central theme of our collective personal growth journey is not merely to achieve our goals, but to understand and navigate the equation of desire, plus non-resistance equals desired outcome. The core of our focus should be identifying and transforming our resistances, whether they be limiting beliefs, resentments, the activation of our core program, or the ingrained notion of not being good enough. It's not about contriving ways to manifest results, but rather addressing these resistances and converting them into self-love, self-esteem, and self-approval. With this understanding, you can begin to see change as not only being possible, but natural and within our reach through this simple formula of desire and non-resistance. Understanding this principle should empower you to know that you're among the pioneering thinkers and creators engaged in the mindful game of spotting and altering resistance. Remember, a life full of abundance, clarity, purpose, health, and fulfilling relationships are your birthright. Overcoming your resistance is the key to embracing these innately deserved qualities. By mastering this process, we can create a better world together, unlocking limitless potential and realizing our aspirations. Now, here's your simple call to action. If you're curious to explore your own thought patterns and how they might be shaping your reality, I invite you to take the PQ Saboteur Assessment. It takes 5 minutes, and it's a powerful tool that can reveal the hidden mental habits that might be holding you back. And once you've taken the assessment, I'd love to help you unpack your results. Let's dive into a complimentary 60-minute mental fitness evaluation call. Together, we'll explore your unique thought patterns, identify areas of resistance, and set you on a path to aligning your thoughts with your dreams and aspirations. You can take the assessment and book your call with me at bit.ly/quietly influential promo. I'm here to support you on this incredible journey of self-discovery and transformation. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to embrace the power of your thoughts, and let's create a reality that reflects your true potential. Until next time, keep nurturing your quiet strength.